A big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video.
It's just, it doesn't get any better than this. It never gets better than this. Yes, come on. Morning everybody, fantastic to see you all again. So, you can probably tell by how many clothes I've got on that it is very cold and again really windy again, although the trees here aren't moving that much, so maybe it's dying down. But I've got a really interesting video today. What I'm going to try and do, stupidly, but I think it'll be fun, is I'm going to see how many photos I can get from one position. So basically I'm going to choose a position to put my tripod, and then I'm not allowed to move my tripod. I'm not allowed to go higher, lower. I'm allowed to rotate around, I'm allowed to change lenses, but I just want to see, over the course of the sunset tonight, which should be pretty epic I think, how many shots can I get? I'm not going very far, it's just called Tom Heights, it's just up here, it's one of my favourite spots in the Lake District. I think it's a pretty good spot to do it, to be honest. But it'd be interesting. Obviously it's not the best way to do photography because you should be moving, but it's a bit of fun. So, I'm going to grab my bag and my camera, we're going to hike up here and see what we can find. Good, let's do it. Oh, the light's good. Whew, that's bright. So you can tell that the light's pretty amazing at the moment. This is going to be spectacular if it turns out. These trees, silver birch trees, is just amazing. So I need to find a spot where I can get some of these trees with a long lens. And there's a brilliant view over there as well. So I've got options. I need to be reasonably quick because the sun's going down quite quickly. So I'm just going to go a bit higher and hopefully I'll find something. This is epic. Oh my word. Right, come on, let's go. Ugh.
When you came over, my heart was on its way out. I wasn't sober and I was thinking out loud.
Okay, so I've just been looking at this here because I think this will make good foreground. And I've got these trees here. And I could shoot, if I got the setup for the foreground here, I could probably shoot some long shots as well. But I can't see in that direction, so I'm thinking going a bit higher so I can see in all directions and then I'll get a shot. Oh, the light's good. The light is good. Okay, so you can probably hear the wind, even with a wind muffle. But I think I've got my final tripod spot, which is here. I don't even let go of my tripod, it's so windy, but it's there and I'm not going to move it. So I've got a wide angle shot, which is the main thing to set up because they're tricky. So a wide angle shot is this rock and then these trees here and then the background mountains, which are pretty spectacular. I feel like the light just needs to be a little bit softer on here, so I'm just waiting for a cloud. In fact, there's a cloud now, so I'm just going to take this. I'm going to focus the foreground, midground, background. The sky's amazing, but I might just wait for just a little bit. Oh, there's a bit better light. There we go. Right, I think I've got that one. So my next one is a long lens shot. I've seen some trees right over there, so if I just show you on here, I've seen some trees over there that I think will make a good shot, and then behind me there's a lake which I think is pretty cool as well. So for this ridiculous idea that I've got, oh, I think there might be some sheep or something on that. Right, I'm going to put my long lens on and shoot in that direction. Okay, just so you know, don't cheat, stay in there. I'm going to swap my lens, just get out of the wind. Okay, and then I'll just put that on the ground. Right, that'll be fine, just put that there. So I'm going to put my long lens on, and just over there I reckon there's a really nice shot with a tree. So 200 mil. So basically there's a composition there of those trees with the thing in the background, the mountain in the background. But if we just spin around here, and you can see that if I zoom out a bit, that there's this tree down here. I just need to go a bit right. So there's that tree, but what I really like is that tree there. And I'd have to, if I just lock that off, I'd have to go in quite tight to this tree there. I think that looks really nice. And then there's another tree here which I think looks really nice. So there's so much in this direction. The colours at the moment are just unbelievably nice. They really do look good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot. Oh, there's another shot there, look. Oh, just when you're not having to worry about moving, you've just got to do this, you can see a lot more. God, this light is unbelievably nice. This is just like a dream. And then we've got this lake down here, which is pretty cool too. Problem is that somebody's burning a bonfire there, which is not great. Oh, this is so good.
I could dry out in the sun for you, follow the deep dark ocean down. For you I'd build the biggest kite and spend all of my time giggling. Daydreaming is my new middle name. This is not a game for me. Imagining is my new best friend.
That's a good game, but the light's just too good, and I've given up. I've not given up. I'm going to go back to my tripod. I've left it there, but I'm going to go handheld because there's just too many amazing compositions I can't afford to lose. So we'll come back to that game in a minute, but at the moment I am just going to see what I can find up here. This is just incredible. Just look at this over here. So I'm basically just going handheld and just trying to pick out the trees against the background, and I've spotted some here, so I'm going to put you down and see if I can get a shot here. Okay, it's just started snowing, which is not good, but there is a composition over in sort of this direction into the sun. So I'm going to go wide, 24 mil, and then it's a question of just catching this glow with this tree highlighted in it. It looks epic. Oh, I don't know what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to go down here, I think. Right, you stay there. Right, I'll keep looking down at you. Right, so basically what I'm going to do is panic. Nope, don't panic. I'm going to just get that tree in. This is good. Haven't moved the tripod. Cheated by going and taking some other photos, but come on. Oh, it's really, look at this now. Oh, because the snow's creating. You can see here that the snow here coming through. In fact, it's rain probably. Actually, it's not. Anyway, it's creating some really nice atmosphere. And these trees, I thought it might happen like this, but these trees are looking really, really good in this atmosphere. So basically, I'm just catching it going through, and it looks so, so good. Oh. It doesn't get better than this. How are you doing down there? You probably just need wiping off a bit, don't you? Let's just wipe you off a bit. What can I do that with? I know what. You stay there. Don't go anywhere. Got a pink cloth for you. Here we go. Right, look at this. Look at this glow. This is so epic. Right, let's get taking the photos. Oh my god. This is so good. Oh my god, this is so good. Oh, it just softens it so well, and that makes such a difference because you don't get those blown out highlights. Right, I'm going to have to put you down. Right, I'm stopping just for 1 second. So I'm just taking this over here Not moved it. There's a rainbow behind me. I am freaking out now. This is literally the best conditions I think I've ever shot in. Oh my God, the light everywhere is just incredible. The rain coming through is just, this is just, it doesn't get any better than this. It never gets better than this. Yes, come on.
I don't want anything left untried. Will you come with me, mon cher? So let us just.
So, I didn't expect that. Still haven't moved my tripod. And that was the best probably hour of photography I think I've done for years. Oh my word. Still going. You can see this amazing storm behind me. It's just deposited tons of snow on the tallest peak in that direction as well. It's just white now, which bodes well for tomorrow, but I'm lost for words. When I did this challenge, I didn't expect there to be so much amazing light. But, so what do I get from the challenge? Okay, so I think if it wasn't so epic, the conditions, I think it's a good way of being a little bit more observant. I think you can look around you, see what you can see, and then just try and pick out things. Probably in hindsight, it would have been better to do it in the middle of the day when things weren't likely to get so crazy. What it also tells me is that it's good to get out, because I was going to go back and miss this evening because I got up early this morning to do a sunrise shoot, and that was rubbish. I thought I'm going to come out and see what I can get. So it also tells me get out all the time. This was so good. Anyway, I'll leave you with a few of the shots. I think they're going to be epic. If they're not, you probably won't see me on YouTube again, because I am a useless photographer.
So I'm back in my studio now, Christmas jumper on. Happy Christmas everybody. I wanted to go through some of these photos and talk about a couple of learnings that I got from this. You probably thought it was a really stupid idea just to put your tripod down and restrict your movements, but I actually think it's quite a good idea to do it. But also, this taught me, the reasons why you don't do that as well, why you do move your tripod around. So let's get first onto the photos that I took with the tripod in the same place. Make sure you stay to the end of the video as well, because there's a giveaway for Christmas. And also, if you like the video so far, give it a thumbs up. Okay, so to these photos here. So these were the photos that I took without moving the tripod. Obviously I changed lenses and I could rotate the tripod around. The reason that I think this is good is it's good to restrict your variables in photography, I think. And that's why I think it's good to go out with a prime lens. Think I'm just going to go out and take some close-up images, or maybe just put a zoom lens on and just shoot at 200mm. Because by restricting your variables, then you get more creative. And that's what this fun challenge was all about. So this was the first photo I took. I thought if I got a wide angle shot, it'd be good. And then I had a view into the distance here. I could see right down into the mountains. I knew there'd be some good close-up shots with a longer lens then. So I got some nice light here, not as good as it got later obviously, but this was some nice light on this rock. And then to the right hand side there was this tree here that I really liked, and the cows on top of the mountains, and I felt like this made a really nice shot. It was just perfect light that evening, because we had just light being dappled on the landscape. The textures were really nice. Even before the snow came, it was really good. And then I came to this shot here. So this shot that I printed out here, where I shot a little bit further. This was around about 180, maybe 200mm, I think. And yeah, you can see that I've just picked out this tree here. Ideally, I would have had a little bit more light on the mountain in the background here, but I just feel that this is just a great shot. And it's interesting, isn't it, that you can go from a shot like this without moving your camera to a shot like this. And then if you get even closer, so if I get even closer on this shot and just crop it a little bit, then I got this shot as well. So this is actually a crop of this shot. I haven't, this wasn't a separate image, but you can see again, this is just showing there's always shots within shots in photography, and often as landscape photographers we miss that. You know, we don't look a little bit closer and try and find and observe those compositions. So then we got to this image here where I've just moved to the right a little bit. It's not brilliant, this is a good example where I probably would have been good to move my feet a little bit to try and create a little bit of separation between these trees. Although they were a long way away, it would have been difficult, I think. Then the light started. So we get to this shot here. I've got a print of this because it just was so nice. So this is this pretty amazing shot. So this was again, hadn't moved the tripod exactly the same position. I just rotated my 24-70 lens around as the snow was coming through, and I got this stunning shot. It was I was so pleased with this. So yeah, this tree is just really nice, and it just again shows that you just got to look for things, and just changes in conditions can make such a big difference. I took this same shot, and I'll show you that at the end when all the snow had gone through, and you can see the difference it makes with the different lighting conditions. But obviously, you know, when this snow came through, there were some better compositions to be taken just by moving my feet a little bit, and I did do that. I printed some out, and I'm going to show you those after I've just gone through all the photos with the camera in the same position. So the next shot was this one. So this was pretty much the same as this one. I just angled it down a little bit, and again the conditions were just a little bit different. Yeah, I really like this. I love the colours up here in the sky. They just looked really amazing. Okay, so then was this shot, which was just like a closer up, you know, and you can actually see the rain in this one. It's just amazing. Look at the rain coming through. I used a shutter speed of an 80th of a second here, and I think I probably could have gone a little bit shorter maybe. The raindrops are about sort of, I probably could have gone a little bit longer with those raindrops, but it looks really amazing. And then I looked behind me, there was a rainbow, and it just happened to be over this tree. So I got lucky with this, and I just took this shot, so this was just looking up behind me. And then finally, this is the shot that I spoke about when, and I put them alongside each other when all the conditions had gone through, and yeah, it just looked so different. And it's a nice shot, this, and I've been really pleased with this, but it wasn't as good as this shot here that you can see that I printed out. Okay, let's get on to the other shots that I took when I wandered around a little bit. I didn't vlog very much, I was just taking some photos, but I really want to show you these photos. And don't forget, stay to the end, there's going to be a giveaway. So let's have a look at these. So this is the first one. This is before the rain came through. And yeah, I really liked the simplicity of it. I like the layers here, these diagonal layers. You know, the colours, the blues and the oranges just look really nice. And then I just tried to separate all these trees out so that I've got this really nice line of trees. And I felt like this tree here just added something as well. You could argue you could crop that off, but I liked it like this. And yeah, it would have been nice if there was a little bit of light on the background mountains. It just didn't happen, unfortunately. I was waiting around for it, but it just didn't happen. Okay, so on to this shot. So this was really, really incredible. So this was just as the most amount of rain had gone through, I think. And you can see that the sun's coming through in the background, and it's just creating these amazing rays through and texturing these mountains. When you go closer up on this, it just looks so good. So this was good. Obviously I had to move around a little bit. I positioned this tree in the background there. I didn't want it sort of cut in this horizon, and yeah, I was really pleased with that. That was a fantastic image. I think I could be a little bit critical, and I probably should have taken another exposure. I was rushing, and I was sort of running around when I was taking these, pretty much like a headless chicken, screaming a lot, and it was good fun. But I think this is, I would have liked this just a little bit toned down a little bit, and a little bit more detail, so the sun was just a little bit rounder. And then there was this shot, which was probably my favourite image of the whole series. The graduation between these golden tones and then, you know, to these blue tones here, and then obviously I utilised this rock in the foreground. I really like this. This is probably one of my favourite images of the entire year, to be honest. And this is going to go, I'm going to add some new portfolio images. And this is one of the images that I'm going to give away. So I'm going to give away one of 50 of this. So the first edition of the 50. It'll be this print here. I'm going to sign it. So whoever gets the most liked comment on the video, and that's a comment for an idea for a future video, will win this print. And you've got to be subscribed, and you've got to make sure you give the video a thumbs up. So that's the photos. That's the photos that I took on this pretty amazing evening. Anyway, I want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video. As you know, Squarespace have sponsored a lot of videos this year. They've enabled me to get out, do my photography, but they're also a fantastic platform for creating your website. So a New Year's resolution is go and make a new website, and if you do it, then check out Squarespace. They've got amazing templates to make it super easy. You don't have to have any technical skills, and you can create a website. I'm going to improve mine. I talked about that last week, and I'll be launching that with some new portfolio prints in the new year. I also want to say thanks to everybody who supported me this year. It's been an incredible year. I launched my Masterclass 2, my book Woodlands. I had some fantastic adventures, even though through the adversity of a pandemic, which has just been such a miserable time for everybody, I realised that. I hope you've enjoyed the videos that I've made. I've got so many great ideas for next year, but without you guys watching my videos, I couldn't do this. I am just so grateful to you all. So thanks ever so much. Have a fantastic Christmas, and I'll see you in the new year.